Alright, before I start, I need to say that Spider-Man is my favorite character, and will vouch for why he's the best character. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here to explain why the introduction of Tom Holland's Peter Parker is my favorite scene in the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. Nano V Movies had this idea to bring together a group of video essayers and make the same video a bunch of times and asked others to join us. So, this is my one marvelous scene. Alright, so let's say you've only watched Iron Man 1, 2, and the Avengers, and you've been dropped into this movie after missing so many in between. And let's say you've never heard of the character Spider-Man. I mean, I don't think it's happened to some. Sometimes it happens. You do what you gotta do. And cut to this scene, and you're immediately introduced to two characters. One is Tony, who you've met before,
As walnut date loaves go. That wasn't bad.
and the other is this young boy.
Anyway, look,
Tony immediately proves to the boy that he thinks he's more important, and the boy knows that he is.
I definitely did not apply for your grant.
Nuh-uh. Me first.
Okay.
But right here is where the scene kicks in. Tony and Peter both know that he's Spider-Man. The music swells, and we get evidence that Tony's right.
Close over Phoenix.
Exactly.
Though, to be honest, it confuses the shit out of me as to why he ties up his costume with string when he's got webbing he could use to tie it up and hang it with. Maybe think things through a little bit longer before buying yourself some rope, Peter? But at this moment, we get to notice something that I just realized a few days ago when watching this scene again to review it. Tony asks him what he calls himself, and Peter replies with,
Spider-Man.
not just because he wants people to think he's an older superhero or so that he can earn more respect. He does it for one reason. The superhero he's grown up admiring called himself
I am Iron Man.
Iron Man. Not Iron Lad, not crime-fighting Iron, but Iron Man. Then, the following dialogue hints at just how uneventful the life of Peter Parker is.
I can't believe this. I was actually having a really good day today, Mr. Stark. Didn't miss my train. This perfectly good DVD player was just sitting there, and algebra test. Nailed it.
Peter proves to Tony that he's overly intelligent again,
Who manufactured that?
I did.
and shows off our first hint of spider sense. And then we finally get our entire dilemma of Spider-Man, the whole reason that Spider-Man is interesting. Peter then goes on to explain why he fights. Now, Iron Man is only trying to recruit Peter to fight against Captain America, whose ideas are almost identical to Peter's.
Look, when you can do the things that I can, but you don't, and then the bad things happen, they happen because of you.
What if there's somewhere we need to go and they don't let us? We may not be perfect, but the safest hands are still our own.
This really truly shows just how little Tony knows what he's doing. He knows he's recruiting a boy who knows what's right, even if he's too young to realize it. Tony realizes that Peter's on Cap's side, but changes the topic to get Peter to join him anyway.
So you want to look out for the little guy, you want to do your part, make the world a better place, all that, right?
Yeah, just looking out for the little guy. That's what it is.
And even later, when Peter is talking to Cap, you realize that Tony understands what Peter thinks, and knows it's what Steve agrees with, so he lies to him about Cap.
Stark tell you anything else?
That you're wrong, you think you're right, it makes you dangerous.
Now there you go, I guess. That was my favorite scene in the MCU. I'm currently writing this the day before I see Endgame, so this might change by then. But as of April 24th, 2019, at 6:09 p.m., the introduction of Peter Parker to the Marvel Cinematic Universe is my one marvelous scene.
All right, Spider-Man.
If you like this video, go ahead and show that with that button, down there, I guess. If you didn't, that's alright, I guess, but it's my first time, so tell me why you didn't like it in the comments. If you really want to see more of these, let me know, and maybe I'll do some more. Regardless, thanks for watching.